Anal Island.
You know
Someone
what I
was
mean,
saying,
though?
why would they ever pick an F-boy? And I was like, they were like, if the point of the game is like getting the most, like if you want to get the money, then why would you pick an F-boy? I'm like, because they're attractive. Like that's the dilemma here, is that we can't stop being attracted to guys that we know are bad for us. It's what is the allure there?
But what is the allure?
Low self-esteem. Women have most people have low self-esteem. And I know Noah's laughing.
I love how you just like went right into it.
100% low self-esteem. You would never want someone who didn't want you or seemed to be like not trusting or not to be trusted or seemed like he was maybe going to have a wandering eye. You would never be attracted to that if you didn't feel like you actually didn't deserve love. And
Is the thought, though, that they could actually fuck better than a nice guy? Like, does that go through your head? Like, oh, he'll fuck me better.
no. Because, I mean, maybe.
No, I'm just saying,
for
like,
me,
maybe
no.
that's a physical thing. Maybe it's a...
I don't think women are really that dead. Because I have known so many girls who stay with guys. I mean, we were talking this week in the girls group, and there were stories shared of girls being in such longing pain for guys who in retrospect, they were like, they fucked terribly. And they were looking to secure them. So it's a guy... Girls aren't as motivated, but I'm not saying it's not every woman is the same, but women are not motivated by like, he probably fucks good. Like,
Yeah.
I think that maybe those go hand in hand of like a guy who fucks more is probably good. So a guy who fucks more is probably the one that's more of an F-boy. But no, I don't think it's something
So
women
it's
will
just
put up
pretty
with
much-
terrible sex
yeah.
for a guy that is avoidant if they're a girl that's anxious attached. And this gets back to attachment theory. It's kind of fun to play the game. Like someone was just saying it's fun to watch dating shows and to play what kind of attachment style do these people have. And pretty much every F-boy is avoidant and most of the nice guys are anxious. And then there's this other one that's called like fearful anxious. There's all like different kinds, but it was really
I feel like Braden comes off good on the show.
yeah, he oh my god, how painful was that rap from Dwayne after Braden tried to do one?
Yeah, that
I mean,
was-
Braden had a whole thing planned that he didn't need to bring everyone out into this foyer to do it. Like it was
No.
he could have just done it to
I'm
me
surprised he wasn't handing out CDs.
in Times Square.
Yeah.
You like music? Yeah. And then Dwayne gets up to give one, and that was I honestly think it wasn't as painful as they edited it
To make it look
less
worse?
painful.
Oh,
No,
to make
it
it
look less because it just was so uncomfortable to
Yeah,
watch.
it
Anyone
was-
go like, well, I want to do it. Sometimes I just see men become little boys. Like that is a little boy thing to do of like, he's doing that. Well, I'm going to do it and not being aware that like everyone knows you're desperate right now. But sometimes they just have blinders on of like what they appear to be.
Where are you guys when these parties are happening? Do you
Far
witness
far
this?
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, there is
First
a
season we were there. For
yeah,
a
there
lot
was.
of
It was
We'd
closer
watch.
because the boys' house was closer. This time they kept me and everyone was just way farther away. So to get to the boys' house, we had to drive like 15 minutes every day from where we were staying, and
Yeah, we never saw. I'm trying to think if we ever went to one of the late night parties.
because the control room you can go to, there's a control room right off of the
You
actual
feel like
house
you're like an astronaut.
at
like
NASA.
yeah,
at
go
Houston.
camera 4.
Yes.
Camera 4. He's crying.
It's kinda
Camera
cool to
5. He
watch.
just punched a rock.
And I'm going to do that next season because I feel like I missed so many things that would have helped me interact with them later on if I could have just been witnessing it and not just heard it from the producers or from the girls themselves. Like, there's
Do you
things like,
remember-
yeah.
Sorry.
No.
There was a TV show about like the behind the scenes of The Bachelor or The
It was called
Bachelorette.
Unreal.
Yes. Oh, that was so good. Maybe you guys
Wait,
could
it was
do
the actual show or was it?
No, it was a
fake-
scripted show
script?
about
yeah,
the
we-
behind the scenes. And I hear that
like
it's
a Larry Sanders kind of thing.
yeah, and I think I watched like 2 episodes, and it was before I worked behind the scenes in reality. But I remember it being very accurate, and hearing from reality show producers that it was very accurate.
I think the hard thing is the Larry Sanders. It's like the behind the scenes of a scripted show, so it seems like a reality show behind it, but a reality show to then do a reality
Larry Sanders
kind
is
of
not a scripted show. Talk shows aren't scripted. I get what you're saying.
more formatted.
Yeah, more formatted. That
I
makes
guess what
sense.
I'm saying is like it counterbalances the format aspect, the
Yes.
behind the scenes,
But
the behind
also
the scenes
the behind
of,
the scenes of a reality show is so much. You learn so much about
Yes,
how
you
the reality
do.
shows aren't at what it looks like, and and all the drama that's going behind the scenes of a reality show of like, you know, I have to say everyone that works on a reality show, just like the people that are the subjects of it, are in this like paradise where nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Just as much as the main people on it, like our lives are about what's going on with Louise, Tamaris, and Mia.
You don't
like,
age when you work on those shows. Like in
Nothing-
your mind, like
yeah.
time, it's a camp. It's summer camp for adults.
there's no news going on. There really is nothing else going on except that world. And it's and you can get wrapped up in it. And all you talk about is that world. And so the people that you connect the most with are the ones that also care about this world as much as you do. So it just becomes really incestuous. Like just how you really, and when you leave, you're just like, what matters outside of this? Like I forget what I do normally.
It's like the movie The Beach. Did you ever see that?
I never saw it with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leo.
Man,
Do you think he's hot? He's a hot
I
guy.
did when Romeo and Juliet was when I was like, something's going on downstairs, and I could not stop thinking about him, and like that's when I knew I wasn't gay.
Was when you saw Leo?
Yeah, because before that, all my friends liked boys before I did, and I was like, what's going on? Like, what's the holdup? What's happening? And it was 8th grade, and I was just like, I cannot stop thinking about this guy. And that scene where he puts the covers over his head, and he like they're, oh my God.
He back in the day though, like if you were a lesbian, he would be just
He
off
looks
the side of like he looked like a female.
Yeah,
like,
he
was
a boy still then too.
Yeah,
but
he
I
was
was
still a boy.
I was
Yeah.
8th grade. But there was just something about like and then in Titanic too, was just like that 1-2 punch of Leo was like, I couldn't handle it. I was so into him and became quote unquote boy crazy.